What's going on, good people? It's your boy King, and this is another episode of The Definition of Dope, where we really go behind the process. Today's guest is a Southern brother just like myself, a native of Savannah, Georgia. He's worked with artists like Gucci Mane, Young Jeezy, Camouflage, Nicki Minaj, Ludacris, 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, and more. My man Fatboi.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. Blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Just
sir.
trying to get it every day from it was day one. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes,
treat it
sir.
all the same.
I appreciate you taking out your time and stopping by and having a chat with me, man.
Man, I've been peeping you on your channel. You know what I'm saying? I saw you on the homies Bolo's channel one time, and ever since then, I've been checking you out. So you dope, man.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot.
For sure. For real.
So how we start this thing off is like I asked like a little icebreaker question, just a question to like get the conversation rolling.
Okay.
So if you were stranded on an island and you can only use 5 plugins to make a record, they can be musical plugins or mixing plugins, but you only got 5. What 5 would you use?
Only 5 plugins
Only 5.
and stranded
Stranded.
and got to make a record.
Got to make a record, and the record got to be dope.
Okay. Xenology.
Okay, Xenology. That's one.
Because you can't make a record without having access to some kind of keys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Xenology, because I'm a Rolling fan.
Okay,
one,
okay,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying. So I'm going Rolling. A lot of people talk about Omnisphere and all that, but Omnisphere ain't doing nothing but taking all them classic
Yeah.
synths from the late 70s and the 80s and just what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, doing presets to them and all that and making them do something else. But the basis for all that is Roland, Yamaha, Oberheim,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, all those classic synths. So Moog. So yeah, I'm gonna go number 1,
Okay.
Xenology.
Xenology.
Number 2, something I gotta have. Number 2. That's a good ass question, man.
I know.
Man, okay. Xenology. Number 2. Let's go. What's one of my go-to plugins? Dang, I ain't got nothing in front of me, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, nah.
Okay. Got Xenology. All right, I'm gonna go to my outboard gear
Okay.
plugins that'll kind of shape it out. Got to have the Ampex 102 tape machine.
Okay.
That's where I get a lot of my saturation from.
That color. Okay.
Yeah, I put that first in my master chain. Number 3, the SSL bus compressor.
Okay.
And then what, we 3 plugins in?
That's 3.
You know what? Take the bus compressor away.
Okay, take the bus compressor
Yeah, because
away.
I don't necessarily need it.
Okay.
SSL,
The channel strip.
the channel strip, but the solid state from them.
The solid state one. Okay.
From them.
Mm-hmm.
2
more.
a Rhodes
From
from Rhodes,
okay, from Rhodes.
the actual Rhodes plugin
Mm-hmm.
from them, and they
Okay.
and they just came out with the anthology plugin. So we got their classic
Rhodes.
got their classic Rhodes, the Fender Rhodes, the Rhodes that wasn't Fender.
Mm-hmm.
So it got the classic. So I'm gonna probably go with that one.
Okay.
That
Last
one.
one.
God Particle.
Jason Joshua. Yeah.
God Particle.
Yeah.
So between Xenology and the Rhodes, because I put the Rhodes almost on everything I do, whether you
Mm-hmm.
know it or not. That Rhodes is up in there somewhere because
Mm-hmm.
a Rhodes piano cuts through on anything. On anything. You can make some hard trap shit with a Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can play some soft, subtle R&B shit with a Rhodes. Rhodes can be aggressive or passive. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And effects that you can do to it, you don't even know it's a Rhodes.
Yeah, it's a great, like I always say, it's a color piece. Like you
Great
can
color.
add color to
Great
your
color.
track, and like you say, like the effects, like just even like adding like the tremolo or like putting like a wah wah on it, like give it that.
Yeah. Man. So my favorite effect is the pan.
The pan.
I love
Mm-hmm.
pan. I love the pan.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't bring up any effects because most of the stuff that you use got effects that you would need inside of it already anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't necessarily gotta go to any reverbs or because all this stuff got Xenology got reverb, delay, it got all that stuff in it, chorus, got all that in it.
Mm-hmm.
The Rhodes got delay, chorus, got all that in it.
Mm-hmm.
Reverb, got all that compression. Everything I need is in them plugins already.
Mm-hmm.
When you put me on crunch time,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If I'm only 5, I can only use 5.
Mm-hmm.
They got some of the outboard stuff that you would need already inside of it, so I don't need to go outboard, but I do need the tape saturator at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
at the top of the master chain, and I need God particle at the bottom.
Yeah, now that guard particle special, man. That's like one of the only plugins that I know you could just slap on and it literally
It's gonna
just from
sound good.
boom to boom, like.
Facts. So
And you,
between the 102 at the top and God particle at the bottom,
mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
Jason Joshua did his thing with that.
Yeah, he killed it, man. I put it on. It's at the bottom of. If I'm using the MPC, it's at the bottom of the MPC. Well, the top and bottom, whatever's in between depends.
Mm-hmm.
I use a Pultec in between too
Okay.
to make the highs crispy, and sometimes just sitting a Pultec in the master chain, you hear it just by as soon as it comes on, you hear it kind of get a
Mm-hmm.
little bigger and brighter, and that's before you turn any knobs. So I would normally, that's one of my in between plugins. If I'm on FL, soft clipper is in there somewhere, but I put soft clipper after the 102. So top and bottom, I gotta have it. In
Mm-hmm.
between could vary, but if you got me only 5 plugins and I'm stranded on the island and got to make a dope record, that's my 5.
All right, bonus question. What DAW you using?
To do what?
If you got to make a whole record and you only got them 5 plugins, what DAW you gonna use?
Okay. FL.
Okay.
Because FL, I mean, FL, I've gotten good in FL to the point where I'm as efficient in FL as I am in Pro Tools. Or
So let me ask you this right quick. So
Luna.
FL is that's your dog choice right now that you working solely out of, or you just or you
No.
bounce?
I bounce around. I mean, if I'm mixing a record,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Luna, but I also make beats in Luna.
Never tried Luna.
Man, I'll make beats. The whole when it came, a lot of the because I'm part of the Universal Audio community. I've been loving their stuff, their plugins since like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And Luna came out, the community forced Luna to drop the plugin during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So while everybody was, the world slowed down, everybody was still, man, I took the time during COVID to like really master Luna. You know what I'm saying? But Luna is just like Pro Tools. All of them just like everything is just like everything. You just got to know the main
The
features,
verbiage and
yeah,
yeah.
in whatever it is. The MPC, I a lot of people in would say, that primarily grew up in FL think that the MPC is so much different. It's like, no, FL took the best of every world. It took the best of when you open FL, the first thing you see is this.
It's a step sequence, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, so it took the best of the TR-808, the MPC, some MPC guts inside it. So, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff communicates the same kind of way. Once you
Yeah.
once you get into the brain of it, they all do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I if it was the MPC, if I was stranded with just the MPC, I'm gonna do the same thing as long as I got my laptop.
Yeah. I
So
I'll
same thing.
I always say like the beauty is like if you're able to bounce around from like different DAWs and different machines, but still
Yep.
sound like yourself.
I'm
That's
gonna
when you
always do
are.
that. I'm gonna
That's when
always do that. You won't ever be able to tell if I made something in FL versus the MPC. I mean, maybe if you got really in depth with how I my process in producing, the only way you would probably be able to tell the difference between me doing a track in the MPC versus me doing it in FL is how the drums was played. Because when I'm hitting them pads, it's something different.
it's a feel.
It's something different.
It's a feel. Nah,
Something
facts.
something different. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So in FL, too, man, it's over. It's over there. But what helped me with that, and you wouldn't be able to know if I made the beat in FL or the MPC, was when the fire came out. So now I'm still hitting pads, and I was feeling
Pads.
like I'm, so I was making
Yeah.
beat inside FL, but still having my MPC
That
drum
feel.
flow.
Yeah, that feel. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the one thing. I'm the quickest on the MPC because I don't never got to turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a beat, go to the next, and just start hitting stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not sure if I want to lay it, I'll just take it off of overdub, play around with something, and then that's it, hit it back. And I don't ever have to stop the MPC. I can just start it once I get that first groove going.
And
I
keep it
don't
going.
turn it off. In FL, I will have to stop it sometime because I can't have all my drums at one time. You know what I'm saying? I got templates in the MPC where, depending on what I want to make, if it's trapped out, I got my trap drums ready to go. I got my perks ready to go. I got any vocal samples that I might want to use ready to go. And all of this stuff is tuned. So if I change the tempo, it's already like, but this is countless hours and hours and hours of doing.
Oh yeah,
putting this
yeah.
stuff together.
Yeah.
So that's the, so MPC is still my it's still top dog, always has been, because I grew up on the MP. I started with the MPC, but since about 2018, I started really digging into FL and got proficient in that. So I'm a gearhead. So whatever it is, I'm gonna try to learn it.
Gotcha. I've tried to like do the FL thing, man, but like I just it just never clicked. Never clicked.
How it clicked for me, I had to wean myself off of the MPC by using the MPC inside FL, and that's how I learned it. So I would open the MPC up inside FL, and I'll still do that right now today. Like if I really want to, I'll incorporate the best of both worlds, like just the the tricks that you can do inside FL. I like the tricks, the easy access to do certain things inside FL. But if I still want that MPC, oh, I still got to bang it out on through the MPC. I'll open the MPC up inside FL, still hitting the MPC with the drums. As soon as I get the drums, hit the explode button at the top and drag it into FL as I go.
Yeah.
So I'll incorporate though, but I learned that process from trying to learn FL, but because it was making me move slow, that process, I would incorporate the MPC. So I still had the MPC
See
and doing
that
everything on
feel
the
and the
MPC.
sequence
And then slowly started backing off of the MPC until I can navigate FL just as good as anybody else now.
So let me ask you this. So basically, when you're doing it that way, you basically, you still using like your drums, your one shots, and all that from the MPC, and like Fruit Loops is basically like a sound module in a sense.
Yeah, when I first started, yeah, that's how I was using it. It was like a sound module, but I didn't have to control that. I didn't have to control it with the MPC. I let it control the MPC.
PC.
But every time I hit go,
You can still, yeah.
I'm going crazy still, with the hi-hats and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's I mean, you have to physically do too much with the hi-hats and stuff like that in FL, whereas I hit a couple of buttons in MPC and it's doing it
Yeah,
for me.
the note repeat, 16 levels, boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
And then you still, like you say, you still feeling it. It's like I'm still manually touching it when I'm doing it.
Still touching it. And not only that, the MPC give us the option to put it in keyboard mode, where if I want to play if I don't feel like 16 level in the 808 or the hi-hats, I can key group it and play it across the keyboard.
Yeah.
So I people can say what they want to say, man. I can manipulate the MPC to make you think I was on FL. Because them options is there.
Yeah.
But my drums is I can do the drums because I can have all them sounds right there in front of me and can hit them all until I hit something that it caught me right then. I think the faster I can move, the better I can, or the more into what I'm doing I'll be. Because if it's taking me too long, I'll back off of it. And that's that used to happen with me in FL a lot. But the MPC, I can move so fast on it.
Yeah.
Because I have everything right there at my disposal.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So
it's like with the MPC, especially like you say, like the more time you spend with that machine, you can move fast. Even like when you're on the older one, it's like it so well. Yeah. It's still like,
oh man, I can do an MPC like this.
And
nowhere, and no, I mean, and the only difference between all the MPCs is really whether you had a soft key, just hit one button and it go there, or you might have to hit shift and go there.
Yeah.
And that's really the only difference. It seemed like every other MPC they did that. You know what I'm saying? You got soft key, and then the next one would be shift. Then the next one back to soft key.
Soft key.
Then the next one shift. Then the next one back. So the last MPC I bought for a while was the 4000. That was the last MPC, and I said, okay, this is my last MPC. I ain't getting no more. And then the Renaissance came out, and when the Renaissance came out, I was like, oh, okay. Akai trying to get into the digital space.
Yeah.
So I got the Renaissance. I said, oh, this is my last MPC. Done with them. I ain't getting no more MPCs because y'all done did okay. Y'all done met everybody where they at. And then MPC Live 2, and then Key 61, Key 37, all that started coming. So you know what? I'm back on the MPC. You know what I'm saying? So I shit, man. I got the
Yeah.
Live 2 right here with me, and it got that speaker on it so I can move around with it. I keep the 37 upstairs in the room. So in case I'm feeling something right then, I can just boom, and just I don't have to come down in the studio. I used to keep the Live 2 in the room with me. But that Key 37, it got the keys on it and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I bring this is down here because I can incorporate this inside of any workflow. So yeah, I mean MPC, man, I'm MPC gang for life. So it just is what it is.
Hey, I was gonna ask you this later, but since we talking about it, I'm gonna ask you it now. What's your favorite MPC out of all of them? If you can only pick one MPC, which one would you pick?
Damn, man, because that put a lot of constraints. That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Because I like the digital ones for the access. I mean, you can move around, but if we going
dinosaurs, yeah,
if we going sonically, if we going Sonics, 3000. If we going Sonics,
yeah,
I don't think no other NPC sounds like the 3000. The 4000 sounded good. I because it's analog too, and it sounded good. And a lot of my classic records, I did that on the 4000. So what all them records back then was on the 4000.
Yeah.
Even my camouflage records, was
on the 4000.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
What year the 4000 came out?
4000. It had to come out like around late 90s,
like 98.
So yeah, because Pure Pain, we got started at Pure Pain in 98. So yeah. And 4000. I was
the first one blue? Was the first one blue? Or was 4000? Was it tan?
White. It was always white and black.
It was white and black.
White and black.
And then when they later came out, it was the blue. It was the
they
blue.
Had the custom. Yeah, they had the custom ones. The special editions and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the original is white and black. That same white and black one. That's what I made. All that camouflage. Well, because we had a 2000 in the studio too, so it was a combination of 2000 and the 4000. Cut Friends I did on. Cut Friends I did on the 2000.
On 2000?
Yeah, Cut Friends I did on the 2000.
Got you. What other modules? What other
it might have been the 4000, 2000.
What other keyboards you was using around that time?
Around that time, the JV 1080.
I got one of those.
Yeah. JV 1080.
Did you have the expansion cards?
Yep. Had some expansion cards.
You had all four? You had all four of
them? Yeah, I was loaded up.
Yeah,
I was loaded up.
Hey man, that 1080 a cold piece, man. Like,
cold. I mean, a lot of the classic. Okay, let's take the 90, all them 90s records.
All that Teddy Riley stuff.
1080 up in there. That's why I love rolling.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear it. Like all that Keith Sweat stuff, like especially them pianos with the strings that's attached to them or whatever.
Rolling fan, bro. Rolling fan. Yeah. I think I probably became a rolling fan. I became a rolling fan because of the 1080. Well, no, man. I mean, the first drum machine I ever had as a kid was a Roland R8. And then the Roland W30 was my first big boy gear. Sample, it had the keys on it. So the Roland W30 and the R8 is what made me Roland fans. I've been a Roland fan for life. And the sound of trap is the Roland, mostly is the Roland Phantom.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've always been, so that 1080, man, yeah, that was one of my go-tos at that time in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
The Proteus. That was one of my, mainly for that worm that's in it.
Hey man, I've been trying to catch one, and like Facebook Marketplace, that'd be my little spot because you always can catch stuff like that. But I've been trying to find one of those.
Reverb.
Oh, that's right.
Proteus 2000 Reverb. I
That
just
is
saw
so,
because
so
I
right.
want to get another one, man. I just saw Proteus in reverb. I'm about to pull the trigger on that one. Just saw
I have to
Proteus
beat you.
in
I might have
reverb
to
for
beat
like
you to
250. It's a couple of them, so you might
it.
beat me
Okay,
to one
okay,
of them.
okay.
The
Okay,
difference
I have to beat
you might beat me to the cheaper one. I think the difference was like I think it was like 250, and the other one was like 350.
you.
So $100
Okay,
difference.
okay.
You might beat me by $100.
Oh, that ain't
But
bad.
yeah,
That ain't
reverb has been my go-to to find a lot of classic gear.
gotcha, man. Because what I was gonna say, that Facebook marketplace, man, you catch them folks like in the middle of nowhere and they be down bad, you can just swipe them. Swipe them,
Yeah,
swipe them.
easy. See, I like that. I like that. Facebook Marketplace. It's real good.
Mhm.
But I can't. A lot of scammers be on there too.
Oh yeah. Now you gotta tell them like meet me at Best Buy, or meet me at a
Yeah,
music store.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Music
It'd be,
store
it, it'd
parking
be a
lot.
lot. It'd be a lot of scammers on. Reverb has never steered me wrong, man. I bought a lot of classic gear through Reverb. Like I'm even about to get another Rolling Phantom, but the rack.
Okay.
I saw a couple in at Reverb, or the Yamaha 70B piano that I was telling you about,
Mhm.
that a lot of them boys back in the days would take into the studio with them.
Mhm.
Um I saw one of those for like $2,500. I thought it would be way more than that.
Mhm.
$2,500, man. So Reverb has been. I've been finding everything I've been looking for on Reverb. Even man, I saw a somebody actually posted a Yamaha CS80. It was like $30,000, but it was
Yeah,
up
I
there.
was just gonna say, yeah, this.
Actually, the first time I saw it, it was like 15, 16K. But since
Mhm.
then, it went up to 30.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah,
That's cold.
yeah.
I,
So
I tell you a wild story. My first ASR, I caught that thing off Craigslist.
Craigslist,
Cra-
hey,
Craig,
Craigslist was the move one
Craig,
time.
Craigslist, man. For when I tell you a little bit of nothing, a little bit of nothing, and I had to pull up the dude house.
Mm.
But the crazy part about it was when I pulled up on him, he used to be a studio owner like in New Orleans, whatever. Real cool dude. Man had like a garage, bro. No lie, like $40,000 worth of gear, man. Had like real to real machines, MPCs stacked up. He was just like
Stacked NPCs.
stacked MPCs, a couple motifs or what have you.
Mm.
And his ASR, he was the only user that ever had it. That was his first board. 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 He was like, he just wanted to make sure it went to a good home. So like we were talking, and I told him like I be YouTube and stuff. He cut the price in half. Like I only spent like $550 for that thing.
Called a steal, man.
Yeah.
I never owned the ASR. Um, but I never owned one. But one of my partners had an ASR, and I started. This was before I ever had an MPC.
Mm-hmm.
And what made me get an MPC was my partner started. He started taking his ASR to
Mm-hmm.
another producer and letting him produce on it. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn. So you thinking that dude better than me?
Mm-hmm.
Like you took your ball and went home. So
Yeah.
after that, man, like I got an MP, got my MPC my first MPC. I got it. I put extra sample. I put an extra chip in it for extra sample time, and I got the 8 outs. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about the reverb part, none of that stuff, because you go to a studio, you do all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then after that, man, that's probably when I started trying to really embark on, because I was doing it when me and him was doing stuff, and trying to I was making beats on his ASR 10. But
Mm-hmm.
when I got that MPC, that's when I really started trying to embark on getting in. You know, I came up to Atlanta, um, linked with some with some cool people from Hershey, Pennsylvania, and
Mhm.
to this day, you know, I'm real tight with my brother B Lamb, like right now to this day.
Mhm.
Um, and you know, until I ran out of money, and then I came back, you know, came back to Statesboro. Um, the doors were just opening at Pure Pain in Savannah,
Mhm.
and I went down there with my group, which consisted of my brothers, cousins, and all that. We went um down there and started booking time down there, and it only took like 2 times booking, man, and you know, it was a wrap. But then
Mhm.
my partner saw that happen. um they made me, you know, I became an in-house producer at Pure Pain.
Mhm.
And then my homie with the ASR 10 was trying to get back in good with me, and I was just like, nah, you know, keep fucking with dude, man. You all right? So that's how it happened, man. I mean, I wasn't never the type that if somebody ain't fucking with me, I
Mhm.
wasn't never the type that cried about it. It's like, man, I'm the talent. So what I'm tripping about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All I
yeah,
need
yeah.
to do is I'm the talent. All I need to do is get to the equipment. So
Yeah,
if you took your ball and went home, I'ma
yeah.
just
Go
bounce
find another
home.
ball. Yeah, yeah.
So I ended up, you know, that's what happened. I didn't have a keyboard with it yet, but I was still, you know, and a lot of my beats was sample based,
Mhm.
but they were still hard enough to, you know, when I went to Pure Pain had all the equipment inside. They had the controller, had all the modules and all that. So man, it was a wrap. But I already knew how to play, you know, my own sounds because you know my first keyboard was the Roland W30. That's when I was just jumping off the porch,
Yeah, yeah.
and I heard Eric Sermon say that that's what he used, the
Yep.
Roland W30, and that's the reason why I got a Roland W30 because Eric Sermon was a producer that I when I was a kid I looked up to him, man. He was one of my inspirations, because his beats was just they was just hard.
Yeah.
When I found out the Roland W30 was his go-to.
You seen the briefcase he had? He had a he had a video on YouTube, and he had a briefcase of like all the floppy disks or what have you, and he was talking about the keyboard. I want
You
to
wrote
say,
you were talking about the W30?
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't quote me. I want to say it was maybe him and was it Rockweiler or somebody in the studio? They was in the studio
Probably Rockweiler.
and they were talking about it, and he was Rockweiler making fun of him about the keyboard because they said he would take that keyboard with him everywhere or
Everywhere he
whatever.
go.
And bro had a briefcase like full of floppies
I
or what
believe it,
have
man.
for
Cause,
that joint.
cause yeah, cause you could load it with that right there with the Roland W30. It didn't take long to fill up them discs at the time because you
Mhm.
wasn't using a SCSI, you just using floppy disk. You feel it, you filling up them discs real easy. And I actually ran into Eric
Mhm.
in LA. We were both on the same flight coming back to Atlanta, and
Mhm.
we had that discussion, man. You know, I told him, I said, man, I got the Rolling W30 because of you.
Oh,
And
that's hard.
I heard that's what you was using, man. And then he started going in the stories. Basically, he said he still uses the Rolling
Yeah,
W30
yeah, yeah,
right now today.
yeah.
He
'Cause that's
still
what
uses
on that
Rolling
video. That's what
W30.
he was talking about. How much sample time do that thing got? Like 2 seconds.
It and it wasn't 44.1, you know, so it was like 12-bit,
SP.
like the SP 1200. So I think you only had like total, I think it had like uh might have been like 6 seconds, 8 seconds, something like that. But then when you cut it in half, good time is 4 seconds.
Mhm.
When you got to do the SP 1200 thing to it, it came out to like 8 seconds, but you had to speed
Mhm.
them samples up to get them in.
Get him in,
You know what I'm
and then
saying?
slow him down to get.
And that's why the W30 kind of resembled the SP 1200 in that regard,
Mhm.
because you would get a similar kind of ring to the sample that you got out of the SP 1200.
Yeah.
So, but that's the reason why I got it, man. You know, Eric Sermon.
Oh, that's hard.
And the
That's hard.
process, man, his process of sampling records, man, I found out it was the same way. Like he said, he was sampling all that EPMD stuff. All them records was coming in between him and Parrish's parents' house. Like, man, that's what I was doing, man. Like all the records that I was sampling was coming in between my mama house, my grandparents' house, her
Mhm.
parents' house, um, and my cousin Keyboy parents' house.
That's hard.
And that's where all the records that we were sampling came before I started going out and going to pawn shops and buying records for like $1
Yeah, yeah,
and you know, finding a bunch of dope stuff through there. But yeah, man, like our process was literally mirrored. I'm like,
yeah.
man, no wonder you was kind of I was inspired by you a lot when I was a kid, man. I was doing a lot of the same stuff that you was doing.
Yeah, nah, facts, facts, facts. So let me let's take it back a little bit. So like let's say 12-year-old you, what was the music that was being played around you? Like was you in a band? Was your parents musicians? Like how did you get into music?
You hit the nail on the head. My dad is a jazz musician, and
Okay.
at 12 years old in middle school, he was my music teacher in school. Um,
Mm-hmm.
when he went to high school, he taught at Galileo and he taught Beethoven. This is in San Francisco.
Mm.
So he taught me in middle school. In high school, he taught Beethoven. So
Wait a minute, so you was on the West Coast in middle school then?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Cause you know, Pops went to FAMU, so that took us out of Georgia to Florida. And when he graduated from FAMU, he enlisted in the military, and that took us out to San Francisco.
Okay.
So we was out in San Francisco. Then they broke up, and me and my siblings came back to Georgia with
Okay.
our mom. And when I got in 6th grade, me and my brother up under me, we went back out to San Francisco with Pops. So in the 6th grade, he was my music teacher.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So that's where a lot of that came from, man. But I was enamored by DJing. So
Mm.
DJing is where it all started, because out in the West Coast, Dr. Dre was that dude.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So but on the East Coast, Jam Master Jay was that dude.
Mm.
Jam Master Jay. I liked a DJ from UTFO, Mixmaster Ice,
Okay.
and then Jazzy Jeff from Philly, you know, with all the transformer scratch and tricks and all that, and the DJ Richie Rich from Third Base, and Mr. Mix out of Two Live Crew.
Mm-hmm.
So the combination of all those DJs right there, man. I was DJing, so I started DJing when I was like 12 years old.
Gotcha.
Um, and that's what, I started doing parties when I was in high school.
Okay.
Started doing parties, and that's pretty much what pushed me into um producing, because what I noticed watching MTV and stuff like that, them DJs a lot of times was the producer of the rap for the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Eric B and Rakim.
Him.
Eric B was produced a lot of those records and stuff. Like Eddie F was producing Heavy D. Timberland was a DJ. Manny
Mm-hmm.
Fresh was a DJ.
DJ. Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri DJ. You know
Hey.
what I'm saying? So Dr. Dre
Yeah, Dr.
DJ.
Dre.
He was
Jazzy Jeff produced, but he DJs.
Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and Dr. Dre was number one because he was the biggest
Mm-hmm.
person, DJ slash producer, that I was seeing on the West Coast, because we right there. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
no internet yet, so I had to see what was right in my face first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all them Dr. Dre being the biggest, because one minute he DJing for the World Class Wrecking Crew, then the next minute he
NWA.
producing NWA. It's like, hold
Yeah.
on, what? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he a DJ. So and after that, man, that's what did it. It's like,
Okay.
and my cousin my cousin Keith, um, he went to because we all love hip hop. Don't get it twisted, man. It was just something, man. LL Cool J came out. I'm like, what? Oh my God, what is this? You know, Run DMC, all that, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my one of my older cousins, man, he came to my grandparents' house one time and he was playing The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. And that was my very first. Oh my God,
Oh my God, what is
what
this?
is this?
Yeah.
You know, and him being older than me, he cooler. He like he know it. He hip on everything. You know what I'm saying? So that was the very first. To this day, he still say, yeah, you owe me some royalty checks because because I'm the one that introduced
He
you to hip
planted the
hop.
seed. Yeah, he put you on. He
Yeah,
put you
you know what I'm
on.
saying. So I'm just a little kid. I'm like, oh my, what is that? And
Yeah.
then Run DMC came out like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
And then LL Cool J like, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so forth and so forth. So by the time I got old enough to, you know, hey, I want to DJ. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
Jam Master Jay in Run DMC was
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
They
man,
was it.
the scratches that this dude doing, man, it's just like that. So that's where it was right there, man. The DJing started it all.
Got So when did you say you seen the shift to like you like okay DJing cool, but now I want to make beats.
Kind of similar to you know all these producers coming from the DJ world and they making beats. It's like okay, in my young mind, it's like okay, it seemed like the DJs is also the producer, so I got to follow suit. I got to do that. And my cousin, he's rapping. He went to Boston and came back, man. He just spitting. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
man, okay, you need a DJ. So I became his DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what I was doing was juggling beats so he could rap too. I would never, you know, I like James Brown, funky drummer, just juggling that so he could rap. And then from there, you know, we started going to one of our friends we went to school with. He had a sampler. So this idea that I had with these, you know, just playing this, juggling this break beat, we started going in, let him sample it, and then he would rap over it. And then
Mm-hmm.
when I got the W30, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, now I can
Now
make the beat
beat.
for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll go out and perform these records that we coming up with, and I'll be the DJ.
Got
So, but at the same time, I'm DJing parties and stuff. So it turned into instead of playing the records that make everybody dance,
Now I'm making the
I want to
records.
make the records
Yeah.
that make everybody dance.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this: describe your sound at that time because you from the South, but you go to the West Coast. You DJing. You liking DJs from the East. You liking DJs from the West, and because you on the West, you got Dr. Dre, who at the time is like, yeah.
So I came back to Georgia again.
Okay. How old are you at this time now?
In the ninth grade. I'm like 14.
Okay.
However old you are in the
Yeah,
ninth
about
grade.
14, 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So came back because I was, you know, I was also going in the opposite direction in California. I was, you
Okay.
know, I was heading into,
Mm-hmm. That
you
world.
know, I was going that way. So my pops kicked me out, sent me to Statesboro, much slower place. And I would say it saved my life because you
Mm-hmm.
know even though I did get involved in the streets, I didn't get involved in California gang
Yeah, yeah,
activities,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
to speak. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm about 14 when all this is transpiring. Um, and what was the original question?
Just describe your sound like what was your sound at that time?
So at that time, being that my cousin was heavily, I mean, because still at the time, you know, New York was running everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, and like I said before, Eric Sermon was a producer that, you know, I was
Had that
inspired
influence
by.
on you, yeah.
but I'm also inspired by Dr. Dre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and I'm also inspired by Rick Rubin, but I'm also
Mm.
inspired by Mr. Mix
Mm.
in Miami.
Miami.
So my
Well, you all
sound,
over the place.
I'm all over the place. So my thing was always be able to make anything, any and everything, just not one style. So even though, because my cousin primarily, he was a spitter,
Mm-hmm.
and um he was more uh and him being in Boston, his sound was more of a up north sound. Not a New York sound,
Mm-hmm.
but a northern sound,
Northern.
northern sound, you know what I'm saying? So out producing for him, that's what the sound was like. Now later on, my little brother got involved. He started rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of my little cousins, they all got involved, but they straight south, but still influenced by what's going on in New York and all that. Because again, New
Mm-hmm.
York was on
Running.
top.
Yeah.
New York was on top.
Yeah.
So Outkast hadn't came out yet,
Mm-hmm.
and we ain't in Atlanta, so we don't know what's going on in Atlanta. We just
Yeah.
doing us. Which it turns out that everything we was doing was the same process that everybody else went to, because everybody was looking up in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
it was media, and it was running it. So the media
And
is pumping that.
they pumping that. So, but my little brother them got involved in it, and we did a show one time at Georgia Southern
Okay.
in Statesboro, and this was around the time Lil Jon was starting to bubble. He had the record "Who You With."
Mm-hmm.
Um, Young Bloods had the record "Shake 'Em Off."
Mm.
Man,
Yeah, that's a time right there.
man,
That's a
and
time.
when we did, we was all part of the show at on Georgia Southern, and John didn't perform, but was John there? John may have performed, but all I remember is Young Bloods went before us,
Mm-hmm.
and man, them niggas did Shake 'Em Off, and when they left the stage, the crowd went with them.
Ah! Ah!
So
Ah!
so when we got up, it was like that one weird dude that, man, I don't want, hey man, this weird. Why this weird, man? Something wrong with this dude right here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ah!
It's that one weird dude. He like, yeah. So that right there, I went back up under the hood, because now I see what we like in Georgia. And not only that, now Outkast that came out,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So now but Outkast was still doing hip hop a southern way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was already being influenced by the Dungeon Family
Rico
and
Wade.
Organized Noise, Rico. And
Yeah.
I told Rico this story several times, man. God bless dead. But after that, man, and then one my brother E-Man, he's like, hey man, it's time to go ahead and start doing that southern sound that y'all be doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like do it. Because that's where
Mm-hmm.
we at. That's where we at, and that's what people respond to.
Mm-hmm.
So I went under the hood, man, and I kind of changed the sound to primarily a southern sound. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because what are we being ashamed of what we doing down here?
Mm-hmm.
Because the way we party in the South,
Yeah.
so the stuff that we do got to make you dance, like you in some kind of
Gotta
way.
move.
You
Gotta
moving your
move.
feet. You got to
Mhm.
move. You know what I'm saying? Like it got to make you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
always a groove.
So
Some
it's always
somewhere.
grew, always grew. So when I started doing that, that's when I really started seeing the change.
Mm-hmm.
Um, everybody started reacting. See, again, me being a DJ, because I was playing, I always played at the end of the night. I always played our songs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hip hop heads would come up to me and ask, "Hey, who's that? Who's that?" When the first group was Black Plague,
Mm-hmm.
which was mainly my cousin was the lead on that. But we revamped and
Mm-hmm.
became Heartless Hustlers, and my little brother was kind of the leader on that front. So we were
Gotcha.
Black Plague on one end, Heartless Hustlers on the other end. And when I started playing Heartless Hustlers music at the club, or the college parties at the end of the night, everybody, hey, who is that right there? I need that. And I would lie and say, it ain't came out yet.
Hey, but I ain't mean to cut you off, but you know what though? That's smart. Being a DJ and a producer, because you conducting a focus group for free.
It's my secret sauce.
Because you learning what they like, what they don't like, who like this, who like that, when to play this, when to play that. Yeah, that's a sneaky move right there.
Being a DJ was my secret sauce, and I produce the way a DJ think.
Mm,
Always have, always will. If you notice, my records is always about it. They sound mostly clubby. I do other
clubby.
records, but
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of my records is mostly clubby because being a DJ, I come out of the club.
Club.
So I know I knew what people want. People wanted to have a good time. And
Mhm.
also what I was noticing at that time, that I might be playing a record that ain't on the radio yet, but
Mhm.
I know it's making these people eventually those records ended up on radio because that's what the people were calling for, these records that wasn't being played yet. So I started seeing that, man. I started seeing that, hey man, these are the records that they like from us. They like this. So we kept doing more records like that, like that, like
Yeah.
that, like that. And
You got the cheat code because you
it,
know
it,
what the people
it's
what
the
the
cheat
people
code.
want. So you going from the club straight to the studio because like, oh, this what made them move last night.
It's the cheat code.
Yeah. Nah,
So
it's hard.
going switching to Pure Pain. I went to Pure Pain after that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the doors were just opening. But at the time, Camouflage, we had a group,
Yeah.
we had Crime Affiliates first, which was, everything on there was just strictly, street grimy.
Grimy.
Um, when I wasn't on that album. The first Camouflage solo project, I'm on that album, and the element that I brought to the production entity was I brought the club from
I
being
was just gonna let it bounce.
I brought the club, and that was on purpose, which is why it worked so well because it was three producers at Pure Pain, myself, G Cope, and Dushan. G Cope, he was the street grimy producer.
Mm-hmm.
Dushan was the melodic, atmospheric. Um, you know, he would make club records too, but his sound was abstract and
Textures.
atmospheric. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, textures and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My sound was just straight club, hard too
Mm-hmm.
though. The streets and the club go simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
They work one to one. So you got both elements in me. You got the street at the same time as a club record too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once that happened, man, um, the cycle was complete and Camouflage took off. So that's how my sound morphed. So Two Live Crew straight in the club. I'm playing all that shit in the club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing all that stuff, all the Miami stuff, and at the time, Atlanta was also they took,
Bounce with the roller skating and all of that
yeah.
good stuff like that.
It,
Yeah, yeah.
it took the Miami bass, the Miami bass sound, but added melody to it.
Melody. Yep. Melody. Melody.
It was melodic. So man, you talk. And I'm in Statesboro, Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm in between that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like boom, boom. I got I'm in between the best
Best
of
of both
both
worlds.
worlds with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So And Mr. Mix don't get the credit he deserved, man. But Mr. Mix was cold on them beats and them turntables.
Oh yeah, nah, because
So
what he was doing, like you say, was the foundation for what we started doing here. Because all we did was, like you say, we took that bounce, we took that groove, but we started putting those musical elements, like playing them chords on them things and doing it like that, and giving it that feeling, a little soul to go with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, no, that's factual.
That's where that's where that went, man. And you know, conversations that I had with DJ Toomp, and you know, DJ
Oh
Toomp
my
was,
God,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Toomp was in Miami as a youngster.
yeah, because he was DJing for Two Live.
No, he was DJing for MC Shy D.
For Shadi, okay,
Yeah, but he was also making beats for Shy D too. So Toomp was a
You
youngster
know,
down.
running around with Luke.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was with Luke, wasn't he?
Shy D. Yeah,
No, I'm talking about Toon. What
yeah, because of Shy D.
Shadi, yeah,
Because MC Shy D was signed to was signed to Luke.
yeah.
So he was down there. So firsthand, he was watching Mr. Mix. He was seeing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But me and Toomp have talked, and our stories are very similar, man. Very, very similar, because Toomp is also a DJ.
Yeah.
And his thinking was the same thing, because it's hip hop started with the DJs, didn't start with the rapper.
Yeah, most definitely.
So the DJ was the centerpiece of hip hop. It has later, was later replaced, where now the art, and I think that's a lot of reason why the music has changed.
I was just about to ask you that. Do you think the music has changed because of, like, it's not no DJs like how it used to be?
Yeah, absolutely. People still like to say the DJs are the most important, but they don't treat it as such. All this thing, it's always been, and to a degree, I think real DJs are few and far in between today too.
Yeah, because you got people that say they DJ, but they don't DJ.
Oh, they just play records.
They just play records. Yeah,
they just play. It's an art to DJing. Like it ain't what you playing, it's how you playing it.
Yeah,
it's an art to DJing, and the art of DJing, I don't hear it no more. Because everybody has pretty much taken on the strip club model of DJing, and basically just play the music that make the girls shake their ass.
Basically,
you don't have to really do any real DJing in the strip club.
Yeah, nah.
And when I say real DJing, I'm talking
like
about
mixing records and all that good stuff.
But not only that, finding the audience, because you can take the same audience on 2 different days, play the same stuff. One day they jamming to the same stuff. The next day they looking at you like you crazy.
Yeah.
So the art in that is you got to find what the audience is on that night. And that might mean you might have to go to some throwback stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Find them with some throwback. Oh, yeah, that feel good. Now they dancing. Now you can go into.
Yeah. There's no continuity of the records. Like, this going with this going with this. I'm going to build it up. But nah, heck no. It's just like, it's a playlist.
Yeah.
It's literally playlist, man.
Everybody's on playlist now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So instead of feeling your crowd out, that was the beautiful thing about DJing for me, because I could feel my crowd out, and no matter what the crowd was, I'm gonna find you. You ain't just gonna sit there looking at me. And I also was never a DJ that would take. I didn't take money from anybody that wanted me to play their record. Hey, bro, just play. Because my thing was, look, if you want me to play your record, I'm gonna play it either early in the club or at the end of the club, because my crowd on the floor was way more important than you giving me a couple of dollars to play your song. And now my crowd's part like the Red Sea, because don't nobody know that record. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't pay me to. It was still, my crowd was more important than whatever you was trying to pay me to break my crowd. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that kind of mindset had not my mindset, the mindset of let me just give you some money and play this record. I think that mindset that seed was planted, and now it has taken over
big time.
The fundamentals of where music is, and everything has become just about pay me. DJs ain't the same now, because they all got their hands out. DJs used to break records. I wasn't playing records that Oh, I didn't know. A lot of times when I got records in a DJ package, I didn't know what these records were, but I actually listened to the record and could tell this record is one of them ones that I could play in the club and they gonna like it. Which is what I used to do with Camouflage. Whenever I recorded a record at Pure Pain that weekend, because I'm still in the club, I would play the record in the club and I could go back and report to the label that, hey, this the one. This the one. And that's how with Wasted. I did the same thing with Wasted. I took Wasted to the club. This the one. Me and Shawty Red would work those. We'll go to Strokers or Blaze.
Okay.
Blaze first and then later Strokers. But we'll go to the strip club, man. We just play our records in the strip club. And whatever the girls was going crazy on, was like, that's the one. Now I think that's done, and because you have removed, club promoters have replaced the dance floor with sections,
yeah,
and hookah and hookahs. There's no more dance floor, so these artists don't know how to make jams no more.
Yeah.
They just make. I mean, and this ain't a knock because Lil Baby got some jams. Lil Baby got some jams. Migos got some jams. Sexy Red been jamming for a minute now. She been making jams, but the reason why she jamming is because Tay Keith and a lot of the other producers that she been working with been giving her that old school trap sound. And the records we was making back then was jamming. We still came off of a DJ, like the club got to go crazy. We were still coming off of that mindset. And today, man, I just don't hear records that jam no more. They don't jam.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear a few, and I think it's trying to get back to jamming, but all of us was in the club. DJ Toomp was a DJ, so he understood the club. And if you wasn't a DJ, you was still at the club. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the producers, you know, Shawty Red was at the club. Drummer Boy was at the club. Jermaine Dupri was, if you wasn't DJing, he at the club. College Park is a DJ, but he at the club. DJ Jelly at the club. You know what I'm saying? All these producers, man, we at these clubs. So we seeing what people is jamming to. And now I think, you know, you go to, nobody's dancing at no clubs no more. Ain't no more dance floor. And you start playing records and the records don't feel like jams. They don't jam. Beyonce keep making jams. Why is that? Because she understand that people want to dance.
Yeah. People
want to have a good time. There's a subset of people that want to just smoke and just lounge and shit, but the majority of people want to jam.
They want to vibe. They want to have a good time. They want
to have a good time, man. And I think that's missing now. The DJ was removed from the process, and it's now all about artists. And even you know, the DJ part of it has moved on to the producers. These new producers ain't in the clubs, like they never experienced the club with people dancing.
Yeah.
So they make beats that only make people tick to the beat. They just tick to the beat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they make tick beats.
Yeah.
And tick is in TikTok, so they make TikTok beats.
I'm done. I'm stop.
I mean that I gotta be because I mean this is a safe space, man. So
yeah, no, facts.
I gotta be honest. That's how I truly feel, man. And maybe that's my
no
DJ spirit talking.
But I'll take it a step further too, though. Like you say, like the older, like our older producers and the older music. But y'all knew music too. Like it was bouncing, but it was still music, like, you know, certain chords, certain bass lines that invoke certain emotions. Whereas now the newer producers or what have you, like they don't even, I be like, how you want to be a music producer and you don't even know music? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that element is missed, and that plays a big part in shit too. Cause you got to have good music to make a motherfucker move.
Yeah, man. Well, a lot of to me, I think a big part to that puzzle is you don't have the in studio cookups like you used to.
Oh no, that era is dead.
It's dead. Like we used to make the like wasted. I made that on the spot.
Right. Yeah,
We
no.
we used to make these jamming records on the spot.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what I'm
that
saying?
era's gone.
And
But
yeah,
see,
that
but see, wait a minute. But see, here's another kill though. You see what you just said? You made that on the spot. A lot of the newer producers can't make stuff like that. Like it's 4 or 5 other people that's doing this. Like he just can program drums, but Buddy over there, he can play. You know what I'm saying? Well, like you can do it all yourself. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I can cook all by myself, but like it'd be like 5 people to make one simple idea. So that's a whole nother conversation.
Look at the DJs I grew up to. I mean the producers I grew up to though. Dr. Dre can make a beat by himself.
Mm-hmm.
RZA from Wu-Tang Clan can make a beat by himself. Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest can make a beat by himself. Mr. Mix made beats by himself. Organized Noise was a committee, but you got to look at that committee as one unit.
Mm-hmm.
That one unit made beats
By
by
themselves.
themselves, self-contained.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the scope of Eric Sermon by
By
himself,
himself.
you know what I'm saying? So that's what I looked at, because coming off of that era right there, the MPC had taken over
Mm-hmm.
versus Quincy Jones them introducing drum machines into, and Prince introducing drum machines, two of the biggest albums ever, 1999 and Thriller introduced drum machines.
What it was on the Lindrum, right?
Lindrum.
Lindrum.
And that Lindrum was the sound of music for a minute before, and then the DMX and other stuff started getting into play. But that right there, man, once that took over, it changed. And then once it got to the MPC, when the MPC came into it, now because of the MPC with Quincy them, and I'm sure Quincy them was feeling the same way too at some point, because now, well, not necessarily Quincy, but the musicians that Quincy was using, because the producers that we looked up to could do it all by themselves. They could play the keys, or they just sampled something and it was sample driven. So the musicians weren't there. Now, Organized Noise is where you got to give Rico Wade credit. You got to give Dr. Dre them that, because he was still bringing in musicians
and replaying
to play stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that still kept it alive for me, where bring in musicians and stuff like that, man. But I mean, it's evolution, man. When I was a kid, my mama them was jamming. They was jamming. My grandparents, their generation, they was jamming.
Jamming, yeah.
And now we at a time in music where we don't jam no more.
Yeah.
Why? But Chris Brown still make jams. Usher still make jams.
Yeah.
Beyonce still make jams. And you wonder why you can't knock these people off their perch. It ain't to me, it don't really have anything to do with the powers that be that keep putting them in position. No, what it is they keep making records that make the world jam.
Yeah.
You're not making records that make the world jam. You make records that, and all this is connected to, this is just how my brain works. All this is connected to algorithms. You're making records that only make your algorithm react. Versus making a record that man, look, I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, but that Cuff It record was jamming.
Yeah.
Jamming like a mother. But then I found out who was all involved with that record. Raphael Sadiq and Nile Rodgers.
Yeah.
Nile Rodgers, the sound of the late 70s and early 80s is Nile Rodgers.
Yeah.
That nigga was jamming.
Yeah.
Good times. Doom. Yeah. Nile Rodgers was jamming. Nile Rodgers kicked off Madonna.
Yeah.
Nile Rodgers is a jammer. Raphael
We
Sadiq
ain't even gotta talk. Yeah, we ain't even
is a
gotta. Yeah,
jammer.
yeah, yeah. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you know, you dig deep into some of these records and you look at who's involved with it. They know how to make jams, man.
yeah.
You can go over into a place where nobody speaks the language. If we talking to each other, we don't know nothing what each other's saying. But that
Mhm.
music is so universal because they like jamming in Japan.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
like jamming in Africa. That's where the initial jam comes from.
yeah,
We created jamming in Africa with them drums.
yeah,
Duke, 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 duke. That's where jamming comes from.
yeah. Nah, facts, facts.
So and the tempo started getting so slow and slow and
Hmm.
slow and slow and slow until nothing jams no more. It's just all you can do is tick to the beat.
Yeah, facts, facts. So let me ask you this: what's your relationship at Gucci with Gucci? Because at one point in time, you know, outside of Zaytoven, you was like one of his guys, man. So tell me about that.
Man, that's always gonna be, you know, WAP is my brother in music, man. I think WAP just kind of WAP was an innovator himself. So WAP was always looking for the new something. I mean, because when WAP was, I mean, we came in it like that with WAP, but at the same time, that was still is, you know, hey, I don't want to go to, you know, Dr. Dre and all the Timberland and Lil. I don't want. I want them.
Hmm.
These niggas jamming. I want them. So Gucci always been like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like if you understand how WAP operate, you got to kind of give WAP credit as being like the best A&R over the last 20 years. He
Okay.
just he just good. He just good at finding talent. You know
No
what I'm saying?
facts.
And to a degree, Miss Deb too.
Yeah, no facts.
Miss Deb, you know, I don't think she get her I don't think she get her flowers like she should because she was right there with a lot of this stuff, man. She's an architect for a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, me and WAP, man. If I text him right now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we good. I wanna do a project where we get the band back together for, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Me, Shawty Red,
Shawty Red.
Beethoven, Drummer Boy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like we get the four horsemen together as we would call.
That
And
album gonna bang. It
so
gonna it's gonna
and
bang.
and it's gonna jam.
I seen you drummer boy and Zaytoven on your IG cooking up.
Yeah.
That beat was cold.
I mean, if we get together, we gonna jam.
Y'all had all them keyboards synced up?
No. We was everybody was in their own station,
Uh-huh.
and wherever the main, I think the main whoever was on drums, that's where everything was coming from. So drummer boy, what you saw posted, drum was on the drums then. So me and Zay were just kind of syncing up to his drums. You know,
Okay.
if Zay if drum is playing, you just kind of boom, 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 boom. And
Mm,
then, you know, so if you want to record something in there, you got to time the metronome to whatever the beat is doing.
you do.
Pop, 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 and then play.
Gotcha.
So, but that's years of experience being able to do that.
Yeah, nah, that was crazy. I'm looking, I'm like, man, I know they ain't got all these minute and mastered and slave like that.
No, man, that's just having good timing, man, and can hit the button at the right
At the
time.
same time. Nah, that's cold.
That's what that was. But nah, we wasn't synced up. Everybody did their parts, and then we bounced out the stems and then put it all in the same package.
Same.
Yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah.
Dope. Let me ask you this: what record would you say changed your life?
The initial record that changed my life was Cut Friends,
Mm,
and Camouflage got killed in 2003.
mm-hmm.
And then the next record that changed my life was Drifter
Okay.
by Shawty Red.
Okay.
Me and Shawty Red. That record eventually turned into Sexual Eruption for Snoop Dogg because I wouldn't sell Snoop Drifter. He wanted Drifter, but Shawty Red wanted to be an artist. So I'm thinking, shit, man, you want to be an artist?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep this record
Uh-huh.
and give Snoop another record.
Yeah, yeah.
So and that's what Shawty ended up doing. He did Sexual Eruption. But after that, Drifter got the ball rolling and then Wasted.
I mean, I remember that record. I was in high school. That record was hard.
Yeah, Wasted was the record that changed everything. I mean, but it was a gradual process because it seemed like at every step, the next record changed my life a little bit more.
Yeah.
The next one changed my life a little bit more, and then the next one a little bit more. Because Vet Passed By, all them classics was changing my life.
Yeah, fact.
All of them, because they were doing things.
Yeah,
They were doing things, and then by the time I got to Wasted, Wasted was just that. It was like the apex.
So when you did Wasted, what's your setup? What's your setup at that time?
MPC 4000.
4000.
And Rolling Phantom X6.
Man, that Phantom, it's on the shelf. I got an X6, but them horns, them strings, and them basses, and that Phantom, man.
I used to see a lot of tutorials, people trying to recreate Wasted, and nobody was getting it right.
Oh yeah. On YouTube, they would have the beat remakes. They used to be big. The beat remake videos or what
back then. Oh my god! But this particular record, nobody was getting it right. Nobody could get it right. The closest that came to it was this little white kid, man. I think he was like 15 years old, which is why I didn't sign him, because he was just too young. But he was the closest one to it. He was the closest one to it. But the thing that nobody could get right, and I could tell everybody was doing it in Fruity Loops, and they were using sounds that they thought was similar to sounds that I was using. So all of it sounded real thin and just, what I'm saying. But and they were playing the sound, going through the process. They were playing the timpanis by themselves, boom, 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 and then try to find some strings. But that ain't how I did it. I did all that at the same time. Yeah, because it's a patch in the Phantom where the left hand is nothing but timpani. Boom.
And the right hand is the string.
And the right hand is the strings. So I'm basically playing the bass with my left hand. Boom, 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 boom.
Like
boom,
a split
boom,
patch.
Boom, 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 boom. So it's a split patch, and the right hand is taking care of the string. So I played all of that at one time. It wasn't two separate things.
Oh yeah, they weren't gonna never find that patch.
They wasn't never gonna find that patch. Because most people wasn't really trying to look for split patches.
Yeah, and you know what? In the newer stuff don't make split patches like how the older keyboards, will have all them split patches in it like that. Because I know, like on my Triton, it used to have what they call them combination patches, like come by patches, because they were harder. The come by patches were harder than the sequence sounds.
Yeah. Because you had several sounds in that one sound, which is what we would do anyway. I would layer sound, whatever that main sound was, and which is also why I like the combination of the MPC, and the Phantom, because a trick that we used to do back then, and this trick came from DJ Toon. Shawty Red uses it, I use it. I don't know if Drum and Zay used it, but what we used to do is, because you could set your program inside the MPC for whatever track that you wanted to use in the Phantom. So whatever that main sound was in the MPC, when I go to channel 2, and it switches to channel 2 on the Phantom, I'm already playing that sound, so I can just go through sounds until I get a good combination of the first sound with the second sound, and then I'll go to channel 3, same thing, start changing the sound in there. So I might layer that first sound 3 times, sometimes 4 times. So and that's where a lot of that thickness was coming from, because we were layering them sounds. I think music is thinner than what it was back then, because I don't think too many people layer sounds like we was doing. They just kind of find that main sound, and then everything after that is just like the ear candy stuff.
Yeah.
But that main sound is layered. We were layering that main sound 2, 3, and sometimes 4 times. Then that way, after that, when you get to the part in the verse where it changes gears, you can drop out the main stuff, but the same pattern keeps going because you had it layered with some other sounds doing the same thing.
Yeah. But that's like building that, like we was talking about earlier, like just texture, building textures or what have you. Because I know I was on live and I was on my MP, and I was telling them like I might stack like 4 or 5 different claps and snares and sticks or what have you, just to create, what I'm saying, a thick texture or a thick sound, or like doubling pianos and stuff like that, just to make it more distinct. Or like I like the presence of this sound, but this sound right here might have the thickness that I want.
Got the thickness.
So this might be the high part of it, but I like the low end of this sound. So let me blend them together to try to create something or what have you.
Which is another reason why nobody could catch how we were doing them horns.
I was stacking them horns up like 5 or 6 horns. Yeah. To make it really sound like a full marching band or what have you. Like,
so whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
When you go through them horns, like one time, you like, man, these horns, they not strong like that. But then you realize it's like, oh no, play 6 of them on that C and see how it sound. Now you got that.
So that's pretty much what it was, man. Nobody could catch that. And it does have something to do with them phantom horns. And phantom horns just different.
Oh yeah, no, they
Them phantom horns,
like you say though, rolling.
And somebody was saying something to me about the horns. I was like, man, do you have Xenology? A lot of the stuff that we was doing in the Phantom and any other rolling keyboard is in Xenology. You just got to know what to look for when you're looking for them. I guess they're trying to find a finished product sound.
Nah, that ain't how it works.
Like I was just using one sound. No, I'm stacking. Find your combination of sounds and stack them. Like if what we typically did was whatever the low horn was. Okay, low horn. Then there's a mid horn, and then there's a high horn. So when you play them all together, that's a marching band. You got a marching band playing. So, and I'm not talking about solo sounds. No, the groups of sounds. Like when you hit it, it's more than one horn playing in the low horn already. It's an ensemble of low horns. So it's already like, bah. And then when you find that mid, bah, you know what I'm saying? It's an ensemble of mids and it's an ensemble of high. So when you play them all together, you get a marching band.
Because you see, did you see Don Cannon backtrack with Drummer Boy?
Yeah, I did.
He showed like put on like he was like, man, he's 32 sounds on there, what have you. But like he show you like his process of like how he stack them, and I was like, yeah, that's how he got the marching bands to sound like that, all them horn parts.
I'm telling you, man, it's not now that that's out the bag. It's probably gonna be some people emulate that and figure it out. But before then, man, we knew what was going on, all of us, but we wasn't telling everybody, the
sauce.
You don't give everybody the sauce, but now they share information like it ain't nothing. They share drums.
They would call that gatekeeping.
They would call it gate, and it's not the fact of gatekeeping. I would give information to those that I thought deserved it. Somebody that I saw up and coming, and say for instance like Metro, Metro or Mike Will, or Southside. All of them was around. They were around. They were in my studio all the time. DJ Spins.
Mm-hmm.
You see how dope they are. You know what I'm saying? You give them sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, man, what I do with that, I stack that. You know what I'm saying? You get them sauce, man, because you know they going places.
Yeah, no,
They
they finna
good.
maximize it. Yeah.
They good. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so it ain't. I just don't believe in giving information out to those who aren't deserving of it.
Yeah. No,
You
no,
know,
facts.
because it used to be a rite of passage in this shit, man.
Yeah.
You had to earn your way into this shit.
Yeah. And two, the other thing is because like I'm 31, but like I was telling you yesterday, I got equipment like when I was 11, but the whole kill used to be you either had your folks had to be rich or somebody had to be selling some dope because the equipment was so high.
Hey, man.
It was like you go to Guitar Center. Like I remember going to Guitar Center. Like you at least needed like a 10 to like get started. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? Like so that was like the little thing. Like I don't know where you're gonna get no equipment from.
Yeah, I mean, look, when I was a kid, I asked my dad for some Technic 1200s, the turntable of all turntables, greatest turntable ever created. But them things was like $600, $700 a piece. He wasn't finna spend $1,400 on no turntables for me.
Mm-hmm.
So my first pair of turntables, I stole them.
That's hard. That ain't hard, but that's hard.
Hey, look, man. I was like they came from it came from a radio. They came from a radio station. So it wasn't like I took it from somebody. You know what I'm saying? It was my thinking of it was I need these more than y'all do.
Y'all
And
got
why
it. Y'all got insurance. Y'all can get it back.
and they got the very next day they got a new pair and I took them. But hey, look, man.
And you told them for, hey, y'all go to hell. Go to hell again.
No, what happened was the second time I got extorted.
Okay.
Because somebody another DJ knew where those came from.
Okay.
And he threatened to expose where they came from. So I had two options. Unalive him or just get him a pair too.
So you got him a pair too.
Hey, and all things were considered. All things were considered. Because my cousin, who helped me with the first heist, he was ready to do.
Yeah, the other one.
He was ready. He's like, hey, man, we got to get rid of this nigga, man. I'm telling, hey, and this some first time shit, man. I don't think nobody ever heard this story, man. So you getting some nuggets right here on your show.
Hey, man, this shit is wild.
You getting some nuggets. Hey, look, man, but that's the honest to God truth. And I think, man, you know, I paid my repentance for that, you know.
I'm done.
But if I truly believe, man, if I didn't do that, I don't know if I have my career for real. Because I was able to start DJing parties and stuff like that. Yeah, man, that happened. My first pair of turntables, I took them.
Hey.
Because nobody in my family was going to be able to. Nobody could in my family. Nobody could afford that, man.
Yeah.
Nobody was gonna. You know what I'm saying? So I took those. And you know, like I said earlier, I was heading in other directions. I had one foot in the streets, and I had another foot in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So I was still doing things to get money up, but at the same time, I would also, you know, I had a job. Two
Mhm.
jobs. I was working at out like when I graduated high school, I got my first big boy job where my grandfather and two of my uncles worked. But at the same time, I was also working at Peppermint records and tapes in the mall.
Yeah, yeah. They said when that green brought back in the day.
Peppermint. So I was working at Peppermint and I was hustling out of Peppermint. I was, because I ended up becoming like assistant manager. So man, when
Uh,
people came in the store, you know what I'm saying, instead of paying $20 for a CD, I would sell it to them for 15. I just put the money in pocket. And then when I left, and then when I left, when I put my 2 weeks notice in, and I had a going out of business sale on my last day, man.
Wore them out.
And I had CDs stacked up this high, man, on the and somebody it was like a candy store like directly across from and the dude across, I never did trust him, man. He just had this look on his face like he was ready to tell something. Um and the head manager came in all of a sudden and said, "Hey man, I got it from here. You can go ahead." And so I figured the dude told him I was having my own little closeout sale and all that. But you know what I'm saying, man. I was just a hustler, man. So I was in the I worked the big boy job, had a insurance and all that. Worked a secondary job, where I was getting paid from that, but also getting secondary money from within that job.
Mhm.
And I was hustling. I was outside with it.
Yeah.
So I was anything that because my family um wasn't in position to get me some of the things I had to find other ways, man. And that's how I was doing it, man. Either I probably was. It was a time in my life I probably wasn't the dude you wanted to run into, because I was either gonna take it, I was either gonna take it, hustle to get it.
Mhm.
I wasn't. I wasn't into that first thing that my cousin wanted to do. But I was gonna figure a way out. I wasn't into taking things either. But if
Nah,
it
I
was
got
somebody,
you. I got
yeah, if it was somebody that I thought was undeserving of it,
you.
let me get that off your hands, player.
Uh,
I can put that to more use than you can. You don't even know
I'm,
what you got.
I'm done. I'm done.
Just being honest, man. I just see a lot of people look at me and think that I only just been about, but nah, man. I mean, we all got a past. We all got a history. I was heavy in the streets, but I wanted music to take me out of them, and it did.
Nah, that's facts.
It
That's facts.
did.
Hey, it worked out.
It worked out.
Hey, God good.
It worked out. But hey, I still attribute it all back to taking them turntables
Nah, facts. The
out of
turntable saved your
out,
life.
out of that radio station, because I was able to get, oh yeah, and add to, I was DJing too. So I had like my big boy job.
Secondary.
Oh no. I take it back, because I was in high school when I first took them I was still in high school when I took them. So I didn't have the big boy job yet, but right after high school, I was a senior when I did that. But when I graduated high school, I got the big boy job. So I was DJing. I had the big boy job. I had the secondary job. Um, the secondary job outside of that,
Mhm.
um, I was DJing and I was hustling. So I had 4 revenue streams. I was making a lot of money, man. 18.
I know.
I was making a lot of money, man. I was
Yeah.
an 18-year-old, but I've never been. I never shied away from work.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even in the streets, that's still a heavy level of entrepreneurship
Oh yeah, that
involved
got
with
to
that.
go on.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my and my mom. I heard the second time I did that. I heard I heard my every morning my mom would wake up and she had the news on the radio. Um, and they were talking about this place got hit, and my mom started cussing. These niggas ain't shit.
She talking about you.
Talking about me. Talking about me. Hey, look,
Ah!
I
She
didn't
talking about your ass all the time.
the whole time. She talking about. I'm like, ooh, damn, mama. For years, it took a long time for me to finally tell that story to my mama, but she had to laugh at the end of the day.
I'm the nigga you been talking about the whole week.
She had to laugh. She had to laugh at the end of the day, man. But it was hey man, I had a dream, and wasn't nothing gonna stop me from getting to my dream, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had a good man. My big boy job was a good job. It was a good job, man. I was making money at that job. I was working overtime.
Oh yeah.
10 hours. I was working 10. I was working 10-hour days. So I was working 50 hours a week. And if I came in on Saturday, how many hours did I have to work on? 8 hours on Saturday. So 58 hours. I was working 58 hours, making what I was making. And then that night I'm DJing. Well, the night before, that Friday, DJ had to get up early in the morning. So a lot of times I wouldn't sleep. I'd just go to work straight after the club because I had to be there at 5:30. So after the club, 5:30, go to work, sleepy as hell. So every time I took a break, I would take a break and go sit in the bathroom stall like I was using the bathroom and go to sleep, wake up and go back to work. So doing that, and you talking about during the week after I get off, I'm going to my secondary job. And then at the same time, anybody that was, wanted something, I'm doing that too. So yeah, I was getting money, man.
I was getting money, man.
I was getting money. And I was a young father, man. So I jumped off the porch, man. My daughter, man, I was a teenager when she was born still. So
oh wow.
And she didn't say, them babies, man, they don't take no for an answer.
Yeah, no.
When they hungry,
Yep.
And all this probably led one time, man, because I was an athlete too. So I asked my mom for some sneakers, for some cleats one time, and mama just, she broke down crying because she couldn't buy me the sneakers at the time, because it was 5 of us and her by herself, you know what I'm saying? So that was the last time I wanted to see my mama cry because she couldn't afford something that I needed to play sports. You know what I'm saying? So, that's where the hustler was born. From that, my mom ain't gonna cry no more when it come to that.
No,
so I found ways to get it done, man. This shit sound funny, but that's
it's real funny.
But then the circumstances, you talk about it now, you laugh, man.
Yeah, you laughing at it, yeah.
And most people, they look at me because and I'm still not a finished product. But what I am now, I have turned myself into this. At one time, I probably wasn't the dude you wanted to run into. And that's just being honest.
Yeah.
That's just being honest, man. I mean, you would never talking to me and hearing how I talk. You would never think that. You would never think that. You wouldn't see that. But yeah, man, there was a time in my life I probably was a dude that you wouldn't want to run into all kind of ways.
Well, let me
those that know.
He said those that know.
Those that know. People that really grew up with me.
Yeah, facts.
They know.
But let me ask you this on a lighter note. What record have you worked on that you would say you're most proud of?
It's several, and the several are the ones that I just knew right from then, from the creation, that it was gonna go somewhere. Number one, uh, Camouflage. Y'all don't want no drama.
Okay.
Number two, Camouflage, Cut Friends.
That cut friends hard.
Number three, Gucci Man, Wasted.
Mm.
Number four, LMA, This Is.
Like that was my next question. How did that This Is come about?
I made it right here in my studio.
Okay.
So
Because that's a replay, right? You replay it, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
I initially made the beat in during COVID 2020. Cause man, I mean, a lot of stuff that we were talking about earlier, you know, I had kind of fell out with music, man. I you know, music wasn't inspiring me.
Mhm.
I wasn't I wasn't really feeling music. I could sit down at the keyboard, but nothing to come out. So me and music, and I was literally telling everybody, man, I'm retiring. Yeah. Same thing Shawty Red would do, man. And I understand where Shawty was coming from with that, man, because Shawty really loves music. He
Mhm.
really does love music, you know, because you know, you started seeing the space get invaded with people who just doing it just for the money.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I do it for the love and because I love music, but money comes with it too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing greater than doing something that you love and getting paid for it.
Yeah, same time, yeah.
So when I started seeing changes coming in the music business, I was down on it. So I was like, man, I won't nothing come out. So when COVID hit, I'm like, okay, can't nobody work, can't nobody do nothing. And now a lot of these artists, okay, y'all gotta really, and these producers, y'all gotta really show what you got now.
Mhm.
Cause ain't nobody on the road working.
Mhm.
Ain't no just make a record just so you can go out on the road. You got to make something now. So I'm like, I'm coming down here every day during COVID and just sit down here every day. And I caught COVID.
Mm.
So, you know, I'm down here sick still, man. I'm still like coming down here every day. And I was before I got it, I was just coming down here, man, falling in love with and fell back in love with music again. So I started playing a lot of the songs from my childhood that my mom used to play. Um, and she had us cleaning up on Saturdays and all that.
Mhm.
So a lot of
Yeah.
that stuff just stick in my head, man. I know that stuff like the back of my mind. It's a tempo to it that you clean to. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like all my brothers and my sister, we, you know,
Mhm.
we could dance to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So The Lover in You was one of those songs, you know, and I got a pair of Auratones. You can't see them, but
Mhm.
I always heard Bruce Swedeen, Michael Jackson's engineer, say, and Quincy Jones, he calls them the truth. Always say you needed to hear Thriller through Auratones. And that's how I got started, really. I played Thriller and listened to it through the Auratones just to hear the clarity of everything through the Auratones. So that's what started, man. And I just started listening to all the records of my childhood, and I started falling back in love with music. I fell back in love with music again.
Mhm.
And one of the first beats I made after that was I remade This Is for the Lover in You.
Loving you.
Yeah, the Shalimar record.
Mhm.
Um and Thrust to 2000, you know, nobody could do that record though. Because everybody I played the record for, all the writers that I brought in, they were too connected to
The original.
the original, so they couldn't get out of the way of that. Because every time they heard it, they heard that, which I understood. So I just sat back on it, and then I went back in the beat in the drums and kind of restructured the drums a little bit. Because I had an 808 playing the bass in the original way.
Mm-hmm.
I came back and played that bass line. And or my guy, P Spry, he played the keys and the bass on it.
Okay.
So my writer, Angel Del Rey, my artist, she was here. She was staying at the house, and I pulled it up, but I had to preface it for her.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up the Shalimar record on YouTube, and I told her, like, do you know this record? She was like, I heard it before, but at the time she's only 21, 22 years old. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she ain't connected to the record like I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled it up. You ever heard this record? Yeah, I heard it before. I was like, man, you play this record at any family function,
Yeah, it's a
family
vibe.
reunion,
It's a vibe.
everybody gonna know this record. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't need you to remake the record, but I need you to catch this melody right here. And I put it on the this is. I just need you to catch that, because that's gonna be the familiarity for everybody
Mm-hmm.
for this record right here. And she understood the assignment, man. And I think partly is because she's not intimately connected to that record. She's still in a relationship, but she was in a relationship, and I think her best records always were the ones where I felt like she was talking to her partner. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so she was saying some stuff in that record that's just, man, this is gonna resonate, because
That's the way you really feel. That's your feeling right now.
yeah, you saying some real shit. People,
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn. You can't fake human emotion.
Mm-hmm.
When you say some real shit, people gonna resonate with that. So she goes back upstairs because she's trying to get to her partner. So she was done for the day. I'm listening to, I'm like, man, this shit cold. So I sent it to Big John at Sony, and Big John hit me back immediately. He sent it to Mustard. Mustard hit back immediately. Like, damn. And so we powwowed, and Mustard was like, yeah, Ella, and put the rockets out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, shit, that's what it is. I'll put it up. 7 minutes was all that interaction took. Total.
7 minutes.
7 minutes total. And I'm talking about between me sending it, from the time I sent it to Big John, and Big John responded, to him sending it to Mustard, and Mustard responded.
Oh, that whole chain.
7 minutes.
Dang. So how long did it take for her to cut it? Like
Angel?
after the conversation?
Ella or Angel?
Ella.
Right then. I mean, Mustard wanted me to send the files to him, so I sent the files, because the only change that we ended up making in the record, because I had it, I told you I'm a clubby. I'm a clubber.
Drum.
So I had the drums. The original is more in the club.
Mm-hmm.
But Ella was working on she's in her traditional R&B bag. So Mustard switched the drums out for more like traditional R&B, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the only change that we made to the record. But once she cut it, man, I think this happened in shit, man. I ain't got
he gotta go back to the phone.
yeah. I ain't gotta let's see. I can pull it up and see firsthand. Let me see. John Platt. Let's see. Okay. Scrolling down. All this happened. This transpired July 25th.
That's my birthday.
For real?
Swear for God.
That's my sister's birthday too.
Yeah, nah, that's hard. She
That's my
cool
sister.
people then.
She is. She is. Okay, so and I told him my literal text to him. I was like, "What's good, John? Here's a record Angel and I did yesterday. I think it's a smash with the right artist. Give it a listen." That's at 8:14. John hit back at 8:20.
Damn.
Send me the stems. Mustard wants to work on it. Wants it for Ella. Mustard, love it. Can I work on production? And yeah, the exchange is done at, let me see, 8:22. How long is that?
8 minutes. 8:4. You said 8:14, right? 8:22. Yeah,
No,
you was off by a
eight,
minute.
8:21.
Oh, 7 minutes. No, yeah, 7. Hell no. Hey, when you know, you know.
And it came out February.
So like 6, July. No, 5 months. No. 6 months.
6.
6 months. 6 months. Because you said February.
So that's the entire exchange, man.
Damn.
That's the entire exchange. I mean, I'm pulling that up right there, so it's like that's what it was.
Nah, that's hard. So I only got 2 more questions because I ain't gonna hold you because I know I had you held up for a minute.
That's all good.
What artists would you say you enjoy working with the most?
Did I enjoy working with the most? Past or present?
Past or present?
Camouflage.
I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, I already knew it. I already knew it.
Camouflage. That's because it all began with him.
Hey, but what's full circle is you working with his daughter.
Yeah, I enjoy working with her too.
That's hard. And I remember, and it's so crazy because I remember watching her on the rap game, and then like seeing like her growth from the rap game to when she was on what is this America's Got Talent or whatever.
America's Got Talent. I was doing the music for America's Got Talent.
Man, when I heard her on there, I was like, yeah. And then I was like, she hooped too. I was like, yeah, she hard. But nah,
yeah.
she hard. And that record you got with that shit hard too.
She got everything. She got everything that her dad had.
That's hard.
And then some. Like she like her the one thing that, and she's doing it, but the one thing that she probably is still trying to catch up to him on, the one thing is her songwriting. But she getting better and better. She getting better and better on that every day. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, facts.
Yeah, so she everything he was. You know what I'm saying? The charisma, like I said, the only thing she catching up to him on is the songwriting.
Yeah, but her progression crazy because, like I said, from the rap game,
that's what I'm saying. So you see it.
That progression. That's why I said when I seen on America's Got Talent, I'm like, bro, that progression. Like to me, to be honest, out of everybody that ever been on his show or whatever, she the only one that you actually like really seen like.
Cause she had it. Look, everybody, and this is something with my producer ears that I just would do. Before America's Got Talent, what was it? It was American Idol.
American Idol.
I would just listen to the audition phase of American Idol, and call everybody who was gonna go far, and my ears never let me down. Fantasia, Ruben Studdard,
Mm-hmm.
I picked all of them. I picked Ruben to win it.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Fantasia to win it.
Mm-hmm.
J Hood, I picked her to win it, but she made it to 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I do stuff like this to test my ears. On the rap game, I said Lotto season 1. Lotto,
Mm-hmm.
hands down, it was Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2, I can't remember who won season 2, but Flage was up there.
Kid, what's the kid? The dude, the boy, he looked just like Lil Bow Wow with the braids. It was a dude. I forgot. I know exactly what you. Oh my
A
God,
little
what's
Puerto Rican dude, like
nah? He won. He won one season, but it was another kid.
okay.
He was dark skinned. He was from L.A. Because Jermaine was like Bow Wow was like he looked like us. His name was Mikey. It was a dark skinned, skinny looking kid or whatever. He had braids,
And that was
and
season
then
2
that was season
with
two.
Flage, because Flage was on season 2.
And no, season 2 was the Mexican kid Nova, because that's one the Roscoe.
The dude, right?
Yeah, the dude,
Yeah.
the
See, I thought he was Puerto Rican Mexican.
Puerto Rican. It was the 3rd season that it was the skinny dark skinned kid.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
Nova. That's right. It was Nova. That was season 2. And I think the only thing in season 2 that might have not won it for Flage was the live performance. Nova was a hell of a performer then, and Flage was still getting her
Footing.
she was still getting her footing together on live performing.
Mhm.
Nova was really good performing live. Lotto was real good performing live.
Going live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think with Flage on season 2, that probably was the one thing that might, because the pen part of it, no brainer. I think the live performance part is probably where Nova probably won it at, because he was a hell of a performer. I give him, and I went to that performance.
On that last one.
Yeah, I went to it to support my little niece. And Nova, he did his thing. He did his thing. I think Flaw might have got a little too hype at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
she was
But
excited.
she was mad. She was mad young too, though, wasn't she?
Super.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think at the time Flaw might only been like 14.
Oh man, yeah,
She might
yeah,
only been like 14.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think Nova was a little older than her. You know,
I think he might have been like
everybody.
17, like
Yeah.
16, 17. Like, yeah.
And those extra 3 years matter.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you damn near grown.
Yeah, I think Flaw might have been like one of the youngest on that season, but killing them. Killing them. You know what I'm saying? So I think the performance part was where he won that, because he did a real good performance. But man, my little niece was right there, man.
Oh yeah,
She was right there. And when by the time she got to America's Got Talent, you saw the performance.
Yeah, that man, I'm telling you, when I seen it, I was like, you know, yeah, I want to get the fuck out of here. But you know how you know, but you just ain't seen it you ain't seen that person in a long time. But you was like, hey, if they ever just work on it and all the stars around, they gonna be straight. And when I seen it, I was like, it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise. It was like, now that's progression.
Now
that's crazy progression.
Look at this too. All of this is happening when I'm feeling like I don't want to do music no more.
Oh yeah.
These are those years where I'm kind of tapping out of music a little bit. Like I'm you know what I'm saying? But she's part of the reason too where I kept it open, because whenever they needed me, I'm there. Everything. All Kia got to do is call me or G Cope or Flage. It don't matter. I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that way. It's been that way all these years. You know, she can count on Uncle Fat for whatever. But so she kind of, you know, if it was anything that I would really be serious about and put my heart into, it was her. So that kind of she kind of helped me not getting all the way out of it. Man, you know what? Now that I think about that, if it wasn't for her, I probably would have got all the way out of it. I probably would have got all the way out of it, man, because I was, you know, it'd be stints where I wasn't making no music, but the only music that I was creating was for her. And that's real.
That's crazy.
That's the first time I ever said that out loud.
You gave me a couple first today, man.
Yeah.
You gave me a couple first.
Yeah,
Well,
no, that's because no people don't really ask the real questions.
mm,
They ask the questions that they think everybody want to hear, or just or they give you the candy cutter questions, softball layups. They don't really ask the real questions.
oh no, if we gonna shoot that motherfucker, we gonna try to Steph Curry it.
Facts.
At least try.
Facts. I mean, shit. Yeah, you the only one got that information about the turntables. Hey, that shit happened first here. Hell, you the only one that this the only platform I ever really disclosed that I'm a street nigga for real.
It's all good.
Everybody keep looking at the polished this,
Hey,
and they like, ain't no way that nigga was yeah way.
hey man, evolution, evolving.
Hey, I wouldn't have wanted to run into the old me. I'd have been like, man, like the me that I am right now.
Mhm.
If I ran into the old me, this me would say, hey, I don't trust that nigga.
I'm done. I'm done. Last segment is what I like to call 2-minute drill because I'm a big sports fan. So
Me
basically, I'm
too.
just gonna ask you a couple questions, like 5 or 6 questions, and it got to be either or, nothing in between.
God damn.
You good with that? And you
See,
can't
that's kind of
think hard either.
that's kind of like the drink champs shit where it's one or the other, and
At
if
least
you
I ain't
can't
got you
decide,
taking no shots.
yeah, at least I ain't taking no shots. Okay, all right. God damn.
You ready?
Ooh, I don't even know what these questions gonna be. I'm ready.
All right, analog or digital?
Analog.
Okay. MJ or Prince? Ah.
1A, 1B.
No.
Hey,
You got to pick one.
that's a good answer.
No. You
I
got to
pick
pick one.
I pick both in the form of one.
No. You got to pick one.
MJ.
Okay. Luna or FL Studio?
FL.
Okay. Sampling from vinyl or sampling from YouTube?
Vinyl.
Best MPC?
3000.
Okay. And the sports question: Michael Vick or Deion Sanders? That's a hard one too.
Two of my favorite all-time athletes, man. God damn it. I'm gonna have to
That hurt on it. That one hurt.
yeah, man, because I don't want to say either or publicly. All right. So it's parameters with it then. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Dion.
Okay.
Only because we ended up getting a full body of work out of Dion.
Okay.
You know, Mike got cut down because of the bullshit.
It's always with Mike. It's always the what if.
Yeah. So I got to go with Dion because we got to see his whole thing play out.
Yeah.
We missed some time with Mike.
Yeah, that's true. I'll let you get away with that one. I'll let you get.
Look,
I'll let you get your PC answer.
Is that PC?
It's true. It's true.
Is that PC?
No, it's true. No, it's true. It's true.
Cause man, you know you couldn't man. It was a time you couldn't tell me shit about Vic. Nothing. Nathaniel. You couldn't tell me nothing about Michael. You can't tell me nothing about Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
And both Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
When it come to the culture,
Mm-hmm.
and neither one of them finished their careers with Atlanta. But when it come to the culture,
Yeah.
it start with them too.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Matt Ryan and Julio.
But it's the impact is not the same.
The culture,
Yeah.
when it comes to the culture, MV7
Yeah.
and 21
Yeah.
embody ATL culture. Them two right there. So, you can't
You can't replace them. You can't duplicate them, man. It's just different.
It ain't no duplicating them two right there, man. That's probably the toughest question you asked, man. Hey man, I'm a little mad about that one. I'm a little mad about that one because I couldn't. Hey, that's almost the same as MJ Prince.
Yeah.
That's
If you from Atlanta, especially you was in sports during that time, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, nah.
Come on, man. Hey, look, I saw Deion Sanders play in college, Florida State.
Yeah.
They played Georgia Southern. They played Georgia Southern, and Georgia Southern, that's Statesboro.
Mm-hmm.
So my football coach, we played Valdosta. Valdosta is kind of like on the way to Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
So that Friday we got our ass whooped by Valdosta, and that Saturday Georgia Southern got their ass whipped by Florida State. Deion Sanders ran one touchdown back, a kickoff back, and they took him out the whole rest of the game. Hey, but I saw it.
Yeah.
So I never saw him play in person in the NFL, but I saw him play at Florida State with the Jerry curl that looked wet,
but it was dry.
But dry.
Yeah.
That Deion.
Yeah, no.
Man, I can't believe you asked me that shitty ass question, man. You made me pick, man. Now if Vic hear that shit, Vic gonna feel away. But if I'd have said something the opposite,
Prime,
Prime,
Prime
gonna feel away.
Prime ain't going for that one.
But I got to, man. Yeah. I got to go with Prime because we was able to see a full body of work from him.
Yeah.
And Vic's body of work got cut. It got cut in half.
Got cut in half. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an episode of The Definition of Dope. And I just want to thank my guest Fatboi for coming, man, and chopping it up with me, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. It's been a pleasure, man.
Facts.
It's been a pleasure.
Good one.